Alright, and welcome Starcraft Nation. This is Venerati bringing you another game today. Guys, I'm so glad to be back. I was gone on a trip, and now I'm back, and really excited to be bringing you yet another game. So, getting right into it, we have Hyperdub spawning in the south as the Red Terran versus Checkprime as the Purple Zerg in the north. So, we are going to see some South Korean high-tier play today on Metalopolis. It's going to be exciting. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. And we have this pretty excited Overlord coming over here, and he is going to be scouting. Of course, him being really slow, this is going to take a while. And take a while. I mean, he's got the enthusiasm. I think it's, what is it, a little train that could? So he is going to come over here and basically see what's going on. We do have some Korean chit-chat going on. I can't interpret it. Maybe you can. However, I am in the dark. So we do see Hyperdub actually coming down here, and looks like he is going to wall off his ramp. Of course, pretty standard stuff, considering that we are going to be seeing Zerg action here. However, these supply depots are woefully inadequate when it comes to keeping the door closed on the Zerg rush. So Checkprime is kind of loitering over here and is going to see pretty much everything that's going on. Hyperdub bringing up a refinery before a barracks, so it might be leaning towards Reapers. Not really sure. He could go either way. Reapers, early Hellion with a pre-igniter, or trying to rush to tanks to do some sort of contain on Checkprime. So Hyperdub is actually throwing down that barracks right there. The Overlord is going to be able to check that out for Checkprime. So yes, exactly. He's coming over here, seeing what's going on. Oh, excuse me. And we do see a pretty standard expansion going down for Checkprime as the Zerg, taking that natural pretty early on in the game, choosing not to single base it. And we do see the spawning pool coming down with no Vespene geysers being occupied currently. So don't know if we're going to see some early mass Zergling or what. Pretty much it's he won't be getting an early Mutalisk, I can tell you that much. So our Overlord's just kind of trundling along, seeing what's going on over there. And we actually see a factory coming up here. So we might be seeing some sort of tech switch here. We do see the Marine coming out. And Hyperdub is bringing out his orbital command. So we could see some early Mule coming down, or we're going to see a scan on the base. Either way, something is going to come out of there. And we see another supply depot coming down. And in the production tab, we do actually see an extractor coming down for Checkprime right here. So we will be seeing some sort of upgrade coming soon. And we actually see a Roach Warren. So we're going to see some early Roaches in the game before any Mutalisk or Hydralisk or anything like that. And we do have a tech lab coming down, so are we going to see a switch here, or are we going to see some... Oh, we are actually going to see a switch, so Hyperdub is going to be switching to the tech lab with his factory. So are we going to see... We do see a Hellion, and are we going to see a pre-igniter coming down? Maybe? Yes, we do. So we are going to see some early Hellion harass, and now really what Checkprime has to do, what Checkprime can do, is get those Roaches out there to kind of block those Hellions, because those Hellions will not really be able to do much to those Roaches, especially this early on. And we actually have a scouting SCV running up here trying to see what's going on. We'll be able to see that Roach Warren, but is going to blow up into little bits and pieces. So he is not feeling so great right there. And this Queen is going to be coming up along. We do see a use of a creep tumor trying to bridge the bases. We do see these two Zerglings trying to run after this Hellion. This Hellion, of course, is just going to be too quick and is going to be able to roast that Zergling right there, and is going to add insult to injury and actually run it over. And we do actually see a Roach over here. So this Roach is going to try to fend off these Hellions. These Hellions are going to be oh so much quicker than this Roach, so this Roach is really going to be kited. If Hyperdub does a good job of microing, this Roach will never be able to touch him, and this Roach will go ahead and just be roasted. Of course, how long is that going to take? I don't know. However, that pre-igniter is almost done, so it's going to make things a little bit easier on them. And we do see metabolic boost coming down for Checkprime. And we do see actually have a third Hellion coming in here to join the party. And of course, the Roach goes down in a nice crispy blaze of glory. So we're going to see, I'm not sure how effective Hyperdub's Hellion harass is going to be in this situation. It's kind of a paradox, because the Roaches are too slow to actually catch the Hellions, but the Hellions are too weak to actually kill the Roaches. And we do have one brave Roach coming up here on the ramp trying to bust down this door and trying to kill that one Marine, but unable to. The Roach's range, of course, is so weak. It's only 3. And of course, these Hellions are going to be trying to skirt around, trying to run away from these roaches, because these roaches, however, the roaches will be retreating, going to be licking their wounds. And we do see, I see Checkprime coming in here, and he's actually pulling back his drones from the exterior mineral line here. Good call on my book, because he is expecting that Hellion harassment. And we actually see a medevac coming up here, going to try to be doing some sort of drop with these Hellions. Is it going to be effective? I don't think his placement's very good. He should have gone around, and this Queen is not going to like that, is going to try to scare that medevac away, and this medevac is going to just kind of back out of the theater right now, kind of reassess its positioning and its situation. And it's kind of skirting around the back and kind of thinking about it right now. So we do actually see Hyperdub coming out here and occupying his natural. Excuse me. And we have a bunker and a barracks trying to create some sort of little shield right here to keep these Zerglings out of his main base, making him run around the long way, allowing these range units to do them. And we actually do see the medevac coming in here and dropping down these Hellions. Are they going to be able to get all of these? No, they get 2 drones, and these Hellions get a 3rd and a 4th drone. However, these roaches are pounding into them. One Hellion does go down before the medevac is able to pull them back up into her womb. So this medevac, this medevac doing a good job of trying to pull them back. You got 4, so, you know, the 1 Hellion death did pay for itself. It did 200 minerals worth of damage to its 100 worth of loss. However, we do see these Zerglings coming up here and attacking this bunker. This siege tank trying to do damage from the rear. This mule backing up, trying to, there, it looks like the tank is trying to get back up the ramp. However, these Zerglings are going to be able to get that surround and are going to be able to block it. These SCVs are out in the open, are totally vulnerable. More Zerglings coming in here, just trying to rush in here. Are they going to try to take the ramp? Yes, they are. All these SCVs blocking the ramp, just basically using themselves as a meat shield. This tank is sitting here and just punishing all of these Zerglings. 7, 8 kills, and this Hellion back here is adding its weight in fire into that little battle. All of these Hellions, wow, again today. All of these Lings getting totally roasted on that ramp. That siege tank racked up 11 kills there, so he definitely paid for himself. And that Hellion got 12 kills, so both of those units were really paying for themselves there. We see a bunker coming down here trying to seal off the base permanently from these Zerglings. These Zerglings are so dangerous when it comes to them being able to flank and run into bases and basically just take out mineral lines before you can even really do anything. So we do have these. We actually see some Mutalisks being built right here. So these siege tanks are sieging up, trying to do something here. We see 6 Mutalisks inbound. So what I don't know what Hyperdub is going to do. He does have a starport, but he does not have, I don't think he has any Vikings. He has 1 Viking up right now. Not really sure where that is. So we do see a lot of Mutalisks going to be brought on this field. So we do have 3 spawning right there and 2 more coming up. So these Mutalisks are pretty much going to go unchecked. The only anti-air thing that Hyperdub has is that 1 Viking, and these Mutalisks are going to come in here and are going to start chewing on these SCVs. Hyperdub doesn't have anything to respond with, so Hyperdub ends up tapping out. No GG. Wow. So that shows you right there, you can't just go all in on, you know, ground or air, because Checkprime did a really good job of going to air before Hyperdub had any chance to respond to it. And basically, really, if Hyperdub had stayed in the game, he really would not have had any sort of chance in killing those Mutalisks, considering that he did not even have an engineering bay down. So, with that said, Checkprime takes the field today. Hyperdub did a pretty good job of trying to do some sort of harassment, but those roaches were just too much, and those Lings, there's really good use of his Lings in an offensive manner. So, either way, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I had a blast casting this. I will be casting 1 more today for sure, so be sure to stay tuned. I will have it up hopefully by the end of today. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me once again. And this is Venerati signing out.